Welcome everyone. We are doing an Ironforge siege run today and then attempting the new heroic Ironforge siege. Something important to note is if you have heroes that you consider stronger than other heroes, you probably want to save your strongest heroes for heroic since you can only use your heroes once. For the thief catchers, I will be using Murkeye, and in my Murkeye build, I have tide hunters, chickens, quillboar, miner, bats, and living bomb. The bats are going to be important for detecting minions with stealth. The living bomb is going to help when you get overwhelmed with a lot of minions. So you want to save living bomb for phase change. The idea for thief catchers is you want to do a steady push. You want to take all of the towers and be really careful not to push multiple phase changes at the same time, because then you can get overwhelmed with so many enemies that it's going to be really difficult to come back from that. Co-op is going to be playing Orgrim. And in the Orgrim build, we have Swole Troll, Living Bomb, Bats, again to detect stealth, Witch Doctor, Miner, and Pyro. Pyro and Witch Doctor are to help take air units, and again, you really want to save Living Bomb for phase change. On this map, you'll notice that next to this first wave of bases that you can overtake, that enemies can come in from these side areas. So this is part of the reason that it's important to take all the towers on this level. Kind of awkward that we don't have Murkeye yet, but ideally, I like to wait for more gold before I play Murkeye, but we started with a awkward order, so let's mine this. Remember that when you mine in co-ops, you get gold for you and your partner. So super worth it. This should be a slightly better Murkeye. Perfect. Now we're watching the progress on this. When we get close to phase change, we're gonna try to make sure that we save Living Bomb. Okay, there's phase change. We've saved Living Bomb, just need enough gold. And I'm gonna take a little bit of damage until more of them get within range. That looks pretty good. And then these bats are gonna take over the minions with stealth. Again, waiting until I have enough gold to make Murkeye really useful. And then just spending a lot of tiny units. Just started recently playing. Any suggestions? Yes, there are so many good ways to help build up your armies. I highly recommend doing dungeons every week. So dungeons are a great way of getting your heroes and troops leveled. And then once you get all of your units to max level slots, you can also get gold, which is amazing. I also, if there's a unit that I really want to upgrade, I spam dailies. The dailies are different colors, and there are some dailies that actually give you more experience than other dailies. So when you see like a purple daily, it's really good to do that. And then I also wish someone had told me when I first started, do not spend all of your Arclight energy re-rolling slots. So, like, in my experience, it's been a lot better to just off-slot some units than to re-roll Arclight a lot, because as you get higher level with your units, Arclight becomes like a very finite resource, and it is difficult sometimes to do upgrades that you want if you've used too much Arclight energy. And then PvP also has a rewards track, and you can get rewards from PvP every season. And then the other way that you can maximize like all of your leveling is nice job. If you can join a guild, then you get guild rewards at the end of every season. Moving on to Gelbin Mekkatorque, I'm going to be using Tirion. In my Tirion build, I have Griffin Rider, Blizzard. Blizzard is also going to help take care of all of those bombs. And I wanted to experiment with this because I saw a lot of people have been using Living Bomb, but I know not everyone has the chain reaction on Living Bomb, so I wanted to see how Blizzard did instead. We have Miner, Pyro, Whelp Eggs, and Goblin Bombs. My co-op is using Hogger, and in the Hogger build, we will be using Coolbore, Murloc Tidehunters, Living Bomb, Miner, Witch Doctor, and the Whelp Eggs. And again, the Whelp Eggs are really helpful for stopping the large bombs. All right, gonna try to take this middle first. Pyros are really good for taking out the harpies. Alright, I'm resisting using the Whelp Eggs until the large bombs come out of phase. All right, wave of bombs. Defend the tower. Is Blizzard gonna be enough there? Retake the tower. Okay, here's the large bomb. So this is what we want. Either freeze or put eggs under. If it walks over the eggs, let eggs explode and it kills it. If it reaches your tower, then you have to retake your tower. Ooh. Cool. Pyro for the harpies. Hogger is cycling. Tyrion's trying to defend. This is looking good. Another wave off the tram. Actually looks okay. Nice, got him. We controlled the waves off the tram really well that time. For Magni, I will be running Drakkisath. In my Drakkisath build, I have Pyro, Miner, Execute, Priestess, Witch Doctor, and Shaman. The Shaman and the Priestess are to heal Drakkisath. Drakkisath is going to be our tank. Then Execute, you want to save for the Sons of Flame that are going to be in the center. Those do a lot of damage, and you want to get rid of them quickly with Execute. Ideally, you want to save Miner to starve the boss of gold. And my partner is going to be playing Sneed. With Sneed, we're going to play Execute, Witch Doctor, Ancient of War with Lightning Rod. This is going to help prevent us getting living bombed. Miner, again, to help us control the gold better. Harpies and Pyro. The Witch Doctor and Pyro are for flying units. And again, save that Execute for the Sons of Flame in the center.
Time to let the king have a swing.
Went hard when it first came out. There are so many modes now. We're doing a co-op siege today. And they just released Heroic, so we're going to try that. Alright, so Execute we want to save for Son of Flame. 2 Executes can take care of that. And then ideally I want to cycle to my Drakkisath tank with a healer behind to help keep tank alive longer. I'm gonna drop this Miner a little, or Kobold early, just to get rid of the Son of Flame here. And I'm gonna start using Shamans by our base to heal our base, to help us get through second phase change a little bit better. We always want to make sure we have a 5-drop Ancient of War on the board at all times to help take care of living bombs so we don't get bombed. Another Son of Flame, so taking care of that with 2 executes. Another Drakkisath with a healer. And Sneed is helping us get all the gold we need for these expensive, tanky minions. Okay, so phase change. So now we need to defend our secondary bases, putting some healing behind our tank, putting totems to heal the tower, saving execute for Son of Flame. Putting some kind of ranged by our Ancient of War to keep the Ancient of War alive longer. Put a healer by our Ancient. Okay, almost at phase change again. I think this is going to do it. So I'm going to save resources for our towers. Okay, perfect. Right here. I did not drop Drakkisath far enough back. But that was okay, because my shaman actually took him. Saving execute for Son of Flame. Got him!